can be increased by at least 40% by increasing access to water in high-yielding areas. How so? Through bulk water storage that would push for triple cropping, a concept that would increase yields by 300% from such areas, reducing importation of food and high dependence on one type of crop only. The National Irrigation Authority Chair, Engineer Gilbert Maluki, reckons that by May this year, the model Mwea irrigation scheme will have expanded by at least 10,000 acres and by 25,000 acres over time. But what are some of the issues that still has the county of Kirinyaga performing at a third of its potential? Here are some of the answers.
Through the rice paddies of Mwea in Kirinyaga County, what one would call the beating heart of Kenya's food production, comes about 50% of total rice produced in the country. And this rhythm crescendos at the water source in the eye of this storm, Thiba Dam. This very dam that pumps through the dips and marshes of one of the most fertile lands in this country. So what ails Mwea irrigation scheme, gazetted to cover 30,350 acres of land? The residents of this region work tirelessly to produce hundreds of thousands of metric tons worth of rice, 10% of which are lost to Quelea birds and an insurmountable amount more unachieved when Thiba Dam overflows.
It has been a bit of some shame, if I can say, because we say we are an agricultural country, yet we still have insufficient food that we get. But through the effort of the farmers, through the effort of the National Irrigation Authority and other agencies in government, the government has put up effort to ensure that all what the farmers require to ensure that we produce enough food is actually being put in place.
To reduce pressure on Thiba Dam, canals have been put in place to channel the water across the landscape, ironically suffering from an excess of what others deem a luxury to get.
So far, farmers are doing double cropping, which is very encouraging. Initially, they used to do one cropping season before Thiba Dam. But once the Thiba Dam came in, the farmers have been able to do double cropping, which in other words means that increase in production and also reducing the rice deficit in the country.
There also lurks in the horizon the possibility of the 52 million metric ton capacitated Nyamindi Dam being set up, a beacon of unending hope for the resident farmers who see nothing but an endless profit from their prospect.
So tukipata hiyo itakuwa bonus mzuri.
We can proudly say the farmers have really embarked on farming, because the whole idea is that we want to reduce the rice deficit in the country.
For almost 150,000 households in this county, the small Quelea birds flocking the sky pushes against their production goals each season.
Other technologies are coming, which we believe in due course we should be able to put in our scheme so that it helps to control these Quelea birds.
Known to consume up to 20 tons of grain in 24 hours, these birds have single-handedly compromised yields by up to 15% in certain seasons. The solution, curbing the problem at the source.
The government is seriously also partnering with the county governments and other agencies of government to ensure that we preempt before they come and attack our crop. We should be able to preempt by spraying where they are roosting. And that has helped in the last few years. We've seen a very positive effort.
Farmer sensitization on the need to push for crop rotation is advised as well.
Because it saves you money from rotation, transplanting. When you are newly doing it, it's more expensive.
This region is raft with the hope of solving the food deficit in the country. A country ambitious enough to want to export when currently running on deficits.
Thiba Dam is one of the dams that is facilitating the production of over 50% of rice. But now there's a new concept, triple cropping. What exactly does this mean for farmers, and what could this mean to ensure that there is food sustainability within the country?
We have done the main crop. That is, we harvested in December. We have done Latun. Much of it was harvested last month. Now we are on the second Latun, and many of us are going to the double crop.
So now the country perches its hope of being food secure to Mwea, one of the remaining pillars upon which agricultural productivity stands on.
Vile tuliongezewa maji pale, tunaona inatusaidia sana kwa sababu tunaona tunachuna mchere mingi kuliko hapo mbeleni.
Hibak Said for TV 47.